Hey guys, I'm Sean, and I am an ARKaholic. And today, guys, we're going to be taming up some Ankys. So guys, in the last episode, we tried to get ourselves a stone gathering utility tame, and as I discussed in the last episode, I don't know what it is for me specifically, but the Doedicurus, regardless of the series, regardless of previous life or anything, the Doedicurus has always been an elusive creature for me to find. It's always the most difficult utility tame for me to come across, and we haven't really found any good ones yet. So I was really happy to realize that we added the Tyrannosaurus mod into the series, which gives us another stone gathering creature. And thankfully, we had a 140 Tyrannosaurus here in the area. And well, if you guys saw the last episode, things went a little awry, and we took revenge out on a certain creature, and we now have a Rex. No Tyrannosaurus, but we did end up with a Rex. And the Rex is pretty good. It has some decent stats, but nothing too crazy that I was really excited about. And we did end up taming another Pyromane in the last episode. It started raining. There was a 145 that I already knew of. It didn't have any better stats, but the colors on it are pretty cool. So I think I'm going to go ahead and breed in the colors at a later time, because the colors are pretty interesting on that Pyromane, if I'm going to be honest. But today, guys, we're going to push ourselves forward. We are going to go for Ankys. I realize that we are not going to have a stone gathering creature right now as we start building our base, which is completely fine, because once we hit level 75, which currently we are at level 74, we're getting pretty close to 75, if I'm going to be honest, we will have access to the Europasaurus, which is also part of the Styracosaurus mod, or Styracosaurus package, if you will. I can't remember the name of the mod, but I talked about it in the last episode. Maybe the episode before that, too, I might have mentioned it. This creature, the Europasaurus, you can get at level 75. You get the saddle at level 75, and it's kind of a universal gathering creature. It can pretty much gather everything, and it gets a 75% weight reduction on all materials. So I'm really excited to check it out here in the future, but we'll have to see what happens. But today specifically, guys, we are going to be going for the Ankys. We saw them in the last episode. We saw a level 140 and a level 145. I always get nervous making this jump. Even though I make it every time, no problem, I always worry that one time I'm going to screw something up and we're just going to splash straight into the water. There is a 145 Anky right over... Is that a Styracosaurus? Oh, no. Okay, good. It's a level 55. Awesome. Usually they come in, like, groups of 2 or 3. Oh, there's one out there. Okay. I was going to say, I'm like... Okay, level 90. We're getting a little bit better. Oh, no. This is going to be like a 140, isn't it? No, it's a 55. Cool. Okay, there's an Anky out there. Okay, so that's the 140. If you guys remember in the last episode, we saw a 140 and a 145 kind of together, and I can only assume... Yeah, it's got to be you, right? Yeah, 145. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we're going to get started today by taming this guy, and then if you guys recall, over on the... It's not on the island over there, but it's somewhere over in that-ish direction. I don't know, somewhere on this Highlands area. We did end up seeing a 140 female. So... we will be able to do a little bit of breeding today, too, and we'll see what happens. But getting started here we go. We're also just going to do this on foot. I'm not really too concerned or anything. Can I get a better shot by hitting your foot? No. Okay. I don't think the Ankys have, like, a headshot or anything. I just know they take reduced damage, obviously, if you hit the shell or anything. He is getting a little bit closer. There's no way you're already going on the run. That's not possible. It's because you haven't hit me or anything. There's no way. Okay, yeah, there we go. I was going to say, I feel like Ankys are pretty tanky. But yeah, we'll just kind of keep doing this. Okay, you might actually be on the run now, which is kind of crazy. Oh my god, you're out. Why did I think that was going to be a lot tougher to do? All right, so looking over your stats just to begin with, again, obviously, once we go ahead and fully tame this thing, the stats are going to be a little awry, but 26 points in health, 24 points in stam, 20 points in weight, 25 points in melee. Of course, the one stat we want the most points in, being the weight, is the one that's currently the lowest. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, well, that's totally fine. We'll leave you there. There's nothing really in the area that's going to cause any issues here. Let's go ahead and find that 140 female. If I'm not mistaken, it is in this direction somewhere. But yeah, how funny would that be if we do end up coming across a Styracosaurus now? After I made my whole spiel about, ooh, bison on the run. Oh, there's like a group of them. That's why. What level are these guys? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so that's a 150, a 140, and a 145. And what level are you? 20. Okay, now. That's crazy. Oh, man. You know, I was kind of thinking about it, too. I'm like, I know we talked about it a while ago about getting bison. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I think we're, like, done with bison at this point, you know? We're kind of past that. And then we see a 150, a 145, and a 140. And my eyes light up. Yeah, we'll think about that. Because I know there's more bison over here that are really high level, too. I mean, we could do it. Let me think about that. Oh. Hello, Saber. You know what? Did I see it up on the cliff top? Actually? That was a great jump, by the way. Did not at all get me where I needed to go. That's fine, I guess. Let's try it again. There we go. Yeah, even though the Pyramane is a paid creature, it has some limitations. My worry is it's actually over on that cliff. I can't remember which one I saw it at. I feel like I saw it on a cliff. I could be wrong, though. I mean, we could always pull out the Griffin. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm going to give this one more attempt. If I can't get up here, I'll pull out the Griffin. All right. There we go. Cool. Yeah, now that we're getting closer to the top, I 100%... Yeah, it's over on the other one. All right, it's Griffin time. So I am going to go out on a limb and say I think it's part of the mod. I really don't think that it's normal Ark. You guys can let me know, but cryopods are healing creatures. It's very slow, but they still heal creatures. There's no way they added that to the main game, right? It's gotta be the Vanilla with Sprinkles mod causing that. Let me know in the comments below if you know anything about that. But anyways, I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's one of the many Ankys up here. 60? 60? It's so foggy. That's the issue, too. It's like, oh my god. Can't see a damn thing. No, that's not what I want to. All right. I think you're good for now, Valkyrie. Let's get on the Pyramane. Let's see what else we got. Got a couple of Carnos. Oh god, there's a lot up here. Oh, this poor Anky's dead. I don't know what level that Anky was. But yeah, that poor Anky is a goner. Oh, that's a 150 Saber that we're taking on. And a 145 female. Wow. What a shame. Yeah, the only issue with Sabers, and that's a 135. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the only issue with Saber is like, once you Once you start damaging a saber, it's like, all right, you've already committed to it. They have such low health in comparison to their torpor. It's like, I don't even know if we would be able to knock it out with our crossbow being as powerful as it is. And I really... Okay, so that 140 might be gone, guys. And I really don't want to waste trank darts on a saber. I know that's silly, but like, guys, it's a saber. All right, where the heck did we see the 140? Let's see. Did we see you down here, maybe? Yeah, genuinely, I can't remember where we saw this, and I could do the simple thing, which is just literally go back to the last episode and figure it out, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather explore a little bit. There's an Anky right here. Watch, you'll be the 140. I thought that's a 140 for a second. I saw the 100 and, yeah. All right. Oh, my God, of course, there's more Styracosaurus. Watch, now we're going to find a 150 or something. And if you guys didn't catch the last episode, we did end up finding out that using a sweet veggie cake on a Styracosaurus, not a good idea. It only got like 1.6%. And in comparison, that's with a 140, of course. And in comparison, Measure Berries gave 2.4%. So, yeah. Hey, is that the Stiggy Moloch? It is. That's cool. All right. Where is this Anky? Oh, my gosh. Okay, so that's a female 140. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that was it. But I'm happy with this. I am completely good to go. And I guess if we find the other female 140, maybe this was it, if I'm going to be honest. Oh, God. I can't believe we're going to be using a pump action. Really? Okay, forget it. All right, where's the Anky? Getting distracted. Let's go. You're the 140, right? There's like no other Ankys in the area. Okay. Pretty cool spikes on you. Kind of a black and white combo. I like it. All right. Let's make sure this Anky can't, like, catch us or anything. Yeah, there we go. I think you're on the run. I think it's because you haven't actually... Oh. Okay. All right, you were legitimate on the run. This is a level 2 heavy hitting. Oh, no. What hit me? There was another Anky. Oh my God, it's a female 145. Okay, we're getting a 145. All right, sounds good. I guess we'll tame you too. We'll have to get a few more measure berries, but that's okay. I'm really hoping that didn't actually mess up the tame. I don't think it would mess it up because it's an Anky and an Anky, right? All right, I'm gonna let that torpor build up a little bit. This thing might be on the verge of knocking out, so I'm just gonna let it kind of do its thing here. Maybe one more shot. And there we go. All right. Let's look around first before we do anything else. All right, cool. 145 knocked out. This one has nothing really good. 19 in weight. Okay, so 24 in health, 23 in stam, 19 in weight, 23 in melee. So not really great there. Got the baby right here. You know what? If the babies have good... Yeah, you know what? You go back to the mom. That's cool. Now, what are your stats? 20 points in weight. 27 into melee, not too shabby. 25 in health and 22 in stam. So, again, not too bad there. Guys, I'm going to look around the area, see if I can find any more Ankys. I feel pretty good with these, though. I think we'll be okay. And again, the Anky doesn't have to be, like, super, super powerful or anything. It's not like we're taking the Anky into boss fights or anything like that. So it doesn't have to be too crazy. But the stat, of course, that you want to focus on is the weight stat. So you can grab as much metal as physically possible. And I guess stone and flint in this case, since we are going to be using it as a partial stone gatherer for us. But yeah, I'm going to take a look around. If I can find any more, I'll bring you guys back. But if not, I will bring you back... eventually. I don't know if I'm going to bring you back when I have the perfect one ready to go or when these guys tame up. Not entirely sure. I'll see you guys in a little bit, though. You know what? I feel like I don't know. I'm getting deja vu. I feel like we maybe saw this Anky, this 140. Look at you. You got, like, military colors. Hey, you look like you're part of the army. I mean, let's take a look on here. Let's see if there's any other Ankys at this point, right? I mean, screw it. Might as well tame up like 50 Ankys. Oh, man. It would be cool getting kind of all these colors combined and everything. I really like the black spikes on the one. All right, that's a 20. But again, it's not like we're going to be breeding all of them anyways. There's no way all of them are going to have the best stats, you know? That would be kind of interesting, though. The male has the best in, like, health. 145 female has the best in stam. This one has the best weight, and the other one has the best melee. I think that'd be kind of cool, but not going to happen. You know what? I know you're going to attack me, so you know what? Let's just get it out of the way. There we go. Cool. All right, now that that's over with, let's go ahead and tame up this 140. Why the heck not? I know I was shooting it really rapidly, but the fact that it's slowly working towards the water, I don't know. I would rather just, yeah, let's deal with it. Let's get it knocked out. Let's call it a day. And 25 points, 32 points in melee. All right, you might be our melee one. Okay, and you also have nocturnal, which I think just means it's stronger at nighttime? More active at night, yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what it does. I would like if on here, instead of the description, maybe it has like a little chart, like stamina up, something down, you know what I mean? At least giving me a little bit more description on what the heck that means, where I don't have to go ahead and do any research or anything. But I don't know if you guys hear the pup in the background or not. Well, you're going to hear him now. All right, guys. I will bring you guys back in a little bit. We'll see what stats these guys have, and we'll get to do some breeding. Yes, I know, Scousy. I'm coming, baby dolls. So, guys, let me introduce you to Ank the Tank. And yes, guys, if you were curious, of course I call my puppy Baby Doll. I call him Baby Doll. I call him Sweetie Pie. I call him Fluffy Butt. I have a million nicknames for the Scousy pups. And pet owners, you guys know, you make a million nicknames for your pets. And let me know what your favorite is. What is your favorite nickname that you've given your pet? Let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, guys, I know it's a little bit dark right now. We're getting that weird red sky again, so it's a little bit tough to kind of see what the Anky looks like. But kind of went with that army theme that we ended up seeing on one of the Ankys, and yeah, I think the name fits this thing, because this thing is an absolute tank. Now, going over its stats, though, we have 7560 in health, which is 40 points, 822 stam, which is 37 points, 510 melee, which is 35 points. Unfortunately, the weight was the worst stat out of the group. And 430 melee, which is 46 points. So we're looking really good in the melee department, but yeah, weight-wise, not so good. And I kind of realized after taming these guys and breeding and everything, we're probably going to need to go for Argents here in the near future, right? Because although, yes, we can get around with the Anky and all that, it's just so much easier just using an Argent, pick this thing up, bring it over to metal, let it harvest the metal, and then kind of bring it back to base and rinse and repeat. That's just the easiest way. I guess you could go the Carcanos option, but that's definitely something we will do later down the line. But I think for right now, probably the best thing would be in the next few episodes here to possibly check out Argents. Maybe the next episode, because you know what? Building a base, it's probably going to be better. And yeah, look at that. That's the unfortunate thing. We're already encumbered. Obviously, Ankys are more meant for the metal type of gathering resource. They're not really meant for stone, and they get a decent amount of flint though. But yeah, having the Argent, we'd be able to get back and forth relatively quickly and everything. So I think I've kind of convinced myself there. Next episode, most likely we are going to be going for Argents then, just to make the base building and everything a little bit easier. But yeah, guys, this thing is going to be absolutely awesome. I know it's moving real slow right now because it is pretty filled up with a decent amount of stuff, but of course we can use that. But we did also end up getting something pretty interesting. We got ourselves another Pegomastix claw, and you guys know what that means. That means we are able to make the Thievings necklace. So we have a total of 15 talons because I can only assume there's a bug. For some reason, you do not get one talon. You get 15 all at once. So there we go. But traditionally, this takes 3 and 3. And this is, of course, the Thieves necklace skin. And this is something that we've talked about for a while. It was actually on this series day 1, I believe. Might have been day 2. If I'm going to be honest. But now it's taken this long to finally get this thing. And what's really good about this skin... Oh, there it is. Okay. What's really good about this skin is once you put it on, you can put it on your shield. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Is there like a visual thing to it, or... No. Okay. Interesting. Now, if I go back here, is it like a consumable? Okay. I removed the skin. Okay, the skin is there again. Let's put it on our hat and just see. Is there like a cosmetic with this thing? No, there's not. It's just kind of a skin that you throw onto your character. Okay. Okay, so yeah, nothing visually on our character. Okay, interesting. Now, I guess here's my other question. We'll test one more thing before we do go out and try to find a Pego or an Ichthy is... What about if I'm on the back of a creature? Is there going to be anything? We can go ahead and kind of take it away. Oh, so it does actually... There's nothing visual about it, but it does change the hat back to the original colors, if you guys were curious. So you kind of would have to go ahead and kind of color this, I guess, in order to... that's kind of interesting. But what about if I'm on the back of a creature? How does that work? Like, do I have to... Okay, so it doesn't work on the... You could put this on your weapons? Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, it says no. Okay, sounds good. Cool. I was just a little curious, like, allowed items here. I was kind of wondering why it would do that, but okay. So it doesn't go on the back of your dinos, which is interesting because then does this affect you and your dinos, or does it just affect you? I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure I saw some Ichthyornises over here. So I guess we'll test this out. But technically, this is kind of supposed to work like the cat, which has now been added to the game. Basically... Ichthyes and Pegos should not attack us at all, unless we provoke them, of course. But if we're in the area of an ichthy or a pego, it shouldn't aggro us. I'm interested to see if this works. Guys, this has taken a really long time in the making. If you guys have watched me, if you've watched my previous lives for a while, you know this is a mod that I've been waiting and dying to actually use. So I'm glad we're actually there at this point. It's just a matter of actually finding some ichthyes now. But like I said, I think I saw a couple over here, kind of similar to where we tamed some of the Ankys. And that'll hopefully give us a decent idea. So let's hope. Because, yeah, that is the one thing. And, you know, ichthyes aren't too bad. It's just they always seem to attack at the worst times. It's never like a time like, oh, I have all these arrows and stuff. So if an ichthy attacks me, I'm okay. No, it'll attack you like when you're about to die anyways, and when, you know, things aren't going well for you. Of course, there's no ichthyes here, are there? Nope, that's a shark. Of course. Of course. Like I said, it's only at bad times. It's only at times where... Hey, there's an ichthy. Okay, cool. So if we go near the ichthy at all, let's see, like, how close can I get to this thing? I mean, I'm curious how that works. Like, I mean, it would have attacked us by now. 100%. Wow. Okay. Let's go over here. I want to test a few more, just in case. By the way, we have a Tyrannosaurus over here, 55. Okay. All right, where's that other ichthy? There it is. This one's pretty close to the ground. That's awesome. So we don't even have to worry about it. That's great. Obviously, unless I attack it, then obviously it makes sense that the things will attack. But yeah, that is awesome. I thought that said 145. I was going to be so pissed. Okay, so guys, another thing I actually really do like about this mod is it's not like there's no skin or anything. I wish it kind of had the option of a skin where, like, you can wear a physical necklace almost, like, and it would attach to your chest armor. Or if you prefer not to show off the thieves necklace, if you will, that you can turn the cosmetic off and kind of works the exact way that it's working for us now. I would have just liked to have a show necklace option. And if there is an option, let me know. I'd be curious. But, guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. We got ourselves an Anky at this point, so we are looking like we're pretty much ready to build here, which is really nice. And I might start kind of working with the utility tames to just get a decent amount of resources, so maybe we can start that in the next few episodes. But I do think we are going to have another taming episode coming up. I really do think that getting an RG is going to really help us out. But guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you all in the next one.